Good morning, I'm Pat Seekins with the Rocky Mountain Area Type 1 Incident Management Team. And I'm here to give you an update on the Tamarack fire and where we're at today and where we're going to go. So we'll start on the north end of the fire here in Branch 1 Division Kilo, what we're calling. So to reference, we're right here along the Highway 89 here where the fire's edge meets the highway. Moving east, right along the fire perimeter, fire crews have made really good progress over the last couple days here with dozer line and hand line, where we've got some containment right along the fire's edge direct all the way up until this point here, where we get into a little different ground. But a lot of really good work has been done right here along this fire perimeter, where we've established a good anchor point moving to the northeast, and we're going to look to extend that through this division moving forward today. So more updates on that. Continuing on to the east side of the fire, northeast, moving into a high priority portion of the fire for us. There was a lot of significant fire movement and growth yesterday here to the northeast. As this fire moved to the northeast, folks really had to get further out along Highway 395 to really make good assessments on what the values were and what the fire behavior was going to do here. So this will continue to be a high priority today in Division Oscar. We've got crews looking to access portions of this fire edge to determine where it's at and what we can do and be successful with crews direct along the fire's edge, as well as we've got folks along this Highway 395 corridor really focused on structure protection, structure assessments. We do know there's a lot of homes in here that there's a high value for us to protect. So we really want to have a solid plan moving forward along this 395 corridor. So once again, this will be monitored and look for control options to keep this fire progression and obviously keep the fire west of Byron Creek is the goal, and then establish some management action points and trigger points. If the fire were to cross, that we've got plenty of time to notify all the folks on the 395 as well as the officials in county, within Douglas County in the state of Nevada, as well as the DOT in here. So this is going to be important today, moving forward, really looking at this fire perimeter and the threats to the east. Right, sliding down to the southeast corner of the fire, we're moving into Branch 2, Division Tango. This fire's edge here really has had very little fire behavior and movement, so no real immediate concerns here and less values of risk to the southeast immediately. So this portion of the fire will remain unstaffed currently until we get additional resources, and we'll continue to reassess and monitor this by air and ground as we have folks available. Moving into the southeast corner of the fire into Division Zulu, still in Branch 2. This is some steep, rugged terrain and very little fire movement over the last 2 or 3 days, and a lot less concern on this fire's edge compared to the rest of the fire. Division Zulu is unstaffed. We don't have anybody on the ground here. Once again, that'll be monitored by aircraft. And the focus will be to continue to monitor all the way into Division Alpha. Moving over here to the southwest portion of the fire, Division Alpha, once again, steep, rugged terrain. There's a lot of natural barriers, a lot of rocks, some sparser vegetation here, and this fire edge has not moved for the last couple days. So very little fire movement, no real major concerns today in here. As we progress west around the fire and towards the northwest in Division Foxtrot, Branch 3, this fire edge becomes another high priority for us as well as the community. This fire edge has actually moved. The fire perimeter is not accurate here, but the fire has actually moved in and around Hawkins Peak down in this area and is extended here. So we did get some fire movement in here yesterday with some of those outflow winds by the thunderstorms. And the fire has progressed just shy of this indirect line here. So this was fairly active yesterday down in Scott Creek, where we have a predetermined established dozer line, an indirect line just west of Highway 89 to exclude and protect these homes and structures in and along 89 to Highway 88. So this is completely tied in. So crews will be in here focused as a high priority today to make sure that is ready to go in the event we need to use this line to keep the fire west of those homes and obviously west of Highway 89. So once again, this is a very high priority for us, Division Foxtrot down in the Woodfords area, and that'll continue to be monitored. We've got plenty of resources in here to moderate and keep this fire checked up and keep the fire west of this containment feature. We do have several structure groups established on the entire incident, and their focus primarily is going to be Woodfords. We have a structure protection group with CAL FIRE as well as a ton of other resources patrolling this area around Woodford all the way into Merkelville. And then we have a group in here around Grover Hot Springs. A lot of really good work got done in here the last couple of days. Some really good work by the engines and hand crews to protect Grover Hot Springs. A lot of really good work on Merkelville to protect all those homes and structures in there 2 nights ago. Definitely a lot of good work during the initial attack here phases here. And once again in Woodfords, things are looking good as we speak here, but this was the primary focus for us today. We do have structure group assessing this area too, west of Highway 88, and that's Mesa Vista. So high priority of keeping this fire south of Highway 88 is a high priority for us. So that'll be the focus with aircraft crews, and whatever we can do to keep that fire south of Highway 88 will definitely be the focus in Division Kilo and this whole northwest portion of the fire. Keep the fire south of 88. Obviously keep the fire west of Bryan Creek where we can be successful in protecting all the values and infrastructure with the county and CDOT and the private ownership here on 395, and keeping that fire west and south of that location. I will mention we're staffing this fire 24 hours a day. We have a full night shift, night operations. Night operations is primarily focused on monitoring any kind of fire spread to the east where we have high values, and this is a high priority for the community, this incident, and everybody on the ground, as well as a fire spread here in Scott Creek, south of Hawkins Peak, all the way down to 88. Monitored, securing the edge as best we can, and really focused on those 2 areas, as well as all the values at risk in Woodfords, Merkel, Grover Hot Springs, and of course this 395 corridor. So once again, high priorities for us is Division Oscar and this fire spread, Division Foxtrot along this 88 corridor, keeping that fire south. And that's where we're at.